Hello boys and girls, it's time once again for that guy with a face made for radio, SidAlpha, and I'm actually coming to talk to you guys about a recent occurrence going on the forums right now in relation to a video that Ben Lesnick and Sandy Gardner actually released a couple of days ago, 2 days ago. And that is, of course, the Versebusters What Do I Need to Play video, where they basically just took, a minute and 21 second long video clip, and it was ridiculousness, and it was cringeworthy, and it was just so bad. But it brought up a lot of people discussing a lot of different things in regards to the video, including subscriber money, pay to win, the comments being disabled, and a bunch of other things. So I just wanted to go through and discuss some of that stuff with you guys real quick. But before we do that, let's take a look at this so deliciously horrible video.
Welcome to Versebusters, where we set your mind at ease by answering made-up letters about Star Citizen. Sandy, what's in the mailbag today?
Well, Ben, Mrs. Pretend Name of Potato New York writes... Dun, 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 dun. I'm interested in Star Citizen, but I don't want to spend money on fish and ships. Can't I just buy a video game?
Yes, you can. All anyone ever needs to play Star Citizen is the basic Aurora package, available through the Fly Now button at the Robert Space Industries website.
That's right, every ship and item will be available to earn or collect in the finished game. Many backers provide extra support for development with concept ships, Voyager Direct items, and more. But all of these are entirely optional, and none of them will ever let players pay to win.
Observe. Developer, come here. Could you whip me up some sort of amazing super ship that will let me win every dogfight? I can make it worth your while.
No, thank you.
What about $2 or $20?
No.
There you have it.
Oh my god, guys, it's just so awful, so bad. I mean, just the look on their faces when they're standing there. It just, holy crap, blows my mind how horrible that was. But it brought up a lot of different things on the forums, because they did disable comments on the video, so some people started up some threads on the forums in order to discuss the video, and one of the things they brought up was the fact that comments were disabled. Well, this is obviously in response to the, this is obviously them just trying to blow off some steam and be ridiculous in response to a lot of the trolling and a lot of the negativity that they've been experiencing recently. Holy crap, I can't seem to talk right. A lot of the negativity that they seem to be experiencing recently. So and so, it was them having a bit of fun, and it took them, as you can see, it was only a minute and 21 second long video. And so a lot of people are, basically we got an even split going on between people who thought it was stupid but harmless, between people that thought it was unprofessional and horrible and they shouldn't be doing that kind of thing, to people who thinks it's a waste of subscriber money and horrible and unprofessional and all sorts of bad stuff, and other people that thought it was actually kind of amusing and fun and all in all in general harmless. It did, but the forum comments actually brought up some interesting comments in regards to the pay to win aspect and everything like that. One person even commented, well, how am I supposed to keep up against your $275 Uber machine, and other people saying, it's not pay to win, you don't know anything about Star Citizen. And I'm like, guys, really, seriously, both of you know, neither of you know what the fuck you're talking about. And you know why? I'm gonna tell you why. You know why? Is because the game is in a pre-alpha state, guys. It is. Okay? So you don't even know what the hell it's gonna look like at the end. You don't. None of us do. Okay? Nobody does. So people who are saying it's going to be a pay-to-win game, you don't know. People are saying, oh, it's definitely not going to be a pay-to-win game. You don't know what the hell you're talking about. You don't know either. I don't know. None of us do. Isn't that great? That's a fun thing that you have to deal with when you're dealing with early access and pre-alpha and things of that alpha and pre-alpha and things of that nature. Is you may feel like you have an idea of how things are going to turn out, but at the end of the day, you have no clue. This thing could be completely different 1 year from now. Okay. Plus, they don't even have any shops yet. You can purchase UEC for real life money, and that is a fact of this MMO. And remember, guys, this is an MMO. That's what this is. MMOs are designed to get money from you. They have to. Okay, they have to. You know why? Because they have to run and maintain all these servers and all this stuff over the course of years. Okay, so they have to design things to be able to garner income from people, in addition to subscriptions, if at all possible, in order to help maintain the equipment, come out with new content, and make a profit. Because this is a business. They are out to make a profit. That's what they do. But pay-to-win mechanics, no idea if that's going to be a thing at all or not. Because of course there's going to be a certain amount. Yes, you can purchase all the ships using UEC that you earn in game, which takes some grinding to do. Versus this other person who just went out and spent $50 purchasing UEC credits with real life money. So naturally, those people are going to be getting that equipment faster than you. So there is always going to be, whenever you're dealing with a game that you can purchase in-game currency for real life money, there's always going to be that differential of people who can afford to pay to get equipment without having to spend the time to grind it out. There's always going to be that difference. It's like that on every MMO in the world, and there's no real way to change that. But the pay-to-win mechanics and everything is depends on what you can purchase. Can you outright purchase ships, or are the in-app or in-game purchases for real-life money, are they cosmetic in nature? Things like that. Is there a weapon that you can only be purchased? Are there ships that could only be purchased? All these questions we don't have any of the answers to because the game's not out yet. Okay? And so everyone who says it's not pay-to-win and everyone who thinks it is pay-to-win, y'all are wrong, and you just need to wait. Okay, everyone needs to wait because nobody knows yet. All right. Now, and of course, they've said a lot. Of course, they've said a lot, but you guys also have to remember that yes, while they have said a lot about what they're going to be doing with the in-game store and everything like that, and in-game purchases for real money, what that's going to look like. Look at how much they've changed shit versus what they've told you over the past 3 years, guys. It's been a lot, right? So nobody has any idea, and you can't take them at face value for that, because they might decide on a different model that will work better for the game down the road. You don't know. You don't know. So there. And a lot of people are also saying, well, this video costs subscriber money and they shouldn't be wasting money like that. Really? Shouldn't be wasting money like that. Okay. Let me point out a few things to you real quick. One, they already have all the recording equipment they do for all the other videos. Two, this video is literally a minute and 20 seconds long. And three, the editing for this video took probably a grand total of about between 5 and 7 minutes. Now, how do you know this? How do you know? Well, because I'm a fucking YouTuber, dude. That's what I do. I sit here talking to you guys, and then I go into my Lightworks and my Adobe software and everything, and I fucking do all the typey and all the clickies and all the thingies to compile all this shit together and cut segments out and adjust and move stuff around to be able to make it look at least somewhat more appealing and do video overlays, green screen effects, and shit like that. So I know what they did there in that video does not take long at all. Not at all. So people complaining about them spending money to do a video like this, spending subscriber money to do this video. Sometimes, guys, you know, sometimes you just have to stop and consider that sometimes a rose is just a rose. Okay? Sometimes someone does something, it may be spiteful. It may be an attempt at ridiculousness while being spiteful. It may be just a general attempt at ridiculousness to blow off steam. It doesn't matter. Sometimes it is just what it was intended to be. And they're not wasting developer time on this shit. They're not. They're really not. So it's not going to hurt the process of the development of the game. Now, I've heard a lot of other people say, I saw a lot of other people in the comments on that forum thread, and of course I'm going to put the forum thread down below, guys. I saw one or two people say, well, the amount of people that are growing disenfranchised or disenchanted with this game are growing because the lack of meaningful content being released in their videos and things of that nature, and this only helps underscore that baseline issue. And yes, I can actually kind of agree with that, because, you know, the last two updates were patch fixes. Last few updates on the PTU were patch fixes and everything like that, which is fine. You know, it's all part of the development process, guys. I saw no problem with those patches. All well and good. They help to make it run smoother while they work on others, continue to work on stuff. If I can get my mouth to work correctly, there we go. And, you know, there's really not in the scope of the overall what is intended to be the completed game, there is very, very little content there right now. And so I know it would ease a lot of people's minds if there was some more content released in some of these future patches coming down the road in the next month or two. But also, what's more important is you have to remember, you know, the 10 for the chairman, the around the verse, reverse the verse, and all the other verse things is a lot of them being excited about the game and how great it is and how cool these new ships are and everything. But they contain actually very little about the actual development of the game itself. Okay, we've been having a lot of fun doing all the things. Well, what are all those things? Okay, I would like to see a more. Me personally, I would like to see a more technical update in regards to Star Citizen. I really would. I would like to see some information about how far along they are in Squadron 42. Nobody talks about that fucking thing at all. And this is also on the same crowdfunding, is it not? You know, how come we have absolutely no information about Squadron 42? How close is it to completion? How much more development time are they going to be working on this before they can start prepping for release? You know, there's been a lot of questions put out there that they haven't really been answering, and I think probably a lot of what this video brings up is it underscores the pain that a lot of backers are feeling. They feel like they're not getting enough information, which, you know, stuff like this serves to help bring their frustration more to the surface. So I feel like maybe some more technically minded videos about the development and what exactly are they working on this week or this month. You know, how much progress do you think you've made in said development of this particular thing? you know, how much longer do you think it will take for this particular thing to be ready? You know, it might be another month, it might be 3 months, somewhere around in there. You don't have to, you don't have to set yourselves fucking dates and timelines and set schedules and shit like that, which I know all the Star Citizen fans are dead set against you guys doing, because they just want you to relax, massage your shoulders a little bit, you know, calm down. We just want a really good game. Take your time, breathe. It's okay. But, you know, at least some concept would probably put a lot of people's minds at ease. You know, it would. So, but again, at the same time, it all boils down to pay to win, not pay to win. Nobody knows. Okay? Waste of subscriber funds? No, not really. No. I don't think it affected a fucking thing at all. And 4, comments disabled. Were they trying to hide something? Did they not want people trolling and stuff? Like, well, probably. Or probably because they didn't want it to turn into a big old thing, because they were just doing something ridiculous. And they knew it was ridiculous when they were doing it. And so they didn't make the best decision by turning off the comments, but I could kind of understand why they did on that one. So, but all in all, guys, you know, it was cringeworthy. It was horrible. And it was kind of funny. And it's not a big deal, guys. At the end of the day, it's really not. So, enjoy it for what it was. Move on the other stuff. And we'll keep our eyes out for everything else coming down the pipe. Okay, guys? So, once again, it's been the guy with the face made for radio, SidAlpha. And I'll see you guys out in the verse. Hey folks, SidAlpha here. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to like, subscribe, and share. If you want to check out some other First Impressions videos, feel free to click on the link on the left. If you're interested in staying more up to date with what's happening in the PC gaming community, feel free to click on the link to your right. The subscribe button is down at the bottom. Please show your support and punch that evil thing as hard as you can. And once again, thanks for watching. I appreciate it.